Hi, this is IK. Welcome to the React Redux Another Point of View continuous part 3. Here is all examples of Redux, all about Redux. We will, I talk here, I teach you here in these examples. Counter, add a new post, list of posts here. List of posts, we can see view post, single post we can edit post, save post, here it is, and every post there is a reactions buttons. We can add a new comment, comment rating 5, author, text, and after we fill our HTML element, input box, text box, save comment button, we can click save, and that comment is here, text. Every comment there is a new replay, author, text, save replay. Again, when I fill both input box and text box, text area, I can click save replay, and here it is, replace the new replace every comment there is a replace, add new replay is here, add a new replace, again, save replay, and here it is, and every replace there is, we can replay to every replace, and here it is, add new replay 1, add new replay, save replay, here it is, and C, and to that replay we can replay 1, author, text, replay 1, save replay 1, here it is, replay 1, replay 2, here it is, replay 2. Every replace there is a date, and there is a author, and there is a text. We write only author and text, and the date go from prepare. And here it is 3 replace 1 to this replay. When I format all that, it will be better visible. Now it is not formatted, and our focus is on the script about Redux, not about design, not about formatting. Okay, let's go to script. Layout of all our application is here in app in app.js. Here it is. You look at import all component, React component, what we need here, and import all about router. Again, component, and link, import link from router, from React router DOM. And here is a function app return. Here is a design architecture of all our application. We have counter 1. Counter 1 is adding 1 by 1, and the counter is add amount. Unknown number what we type in input box. Below that is add post form, and below is post list. Posters list. Counter 1, counter, add post form, post list. Separately, we have add user form, user list. It is copy of add post form, post list. And here is a route for edit post and posts. It is parameterized when we have parameters in web address. It is edit post form, single post form, parameter. It is complete construction. I will script it in newest version, router 6. But until now, it is not important because concentration is on Redux, React Redux scripting. Here is layout. Here is architecture, all of our application. Look at now this. Here it is. Posters. It is counter 1, counter 1, counter 2, add amount. It is counter 1. This is, I call counter. Add a new post, author, text area, save post. It is post list or sorted, ordered descending, what means last post top, first post button down. From last post to first post, it is descending. And we have users. Here is add users form and users list. It is here. It is here users. Here it is add users, save users, save users, save users. Now when we go to post, add new post, post title, post author, you look at, there is all authors is here, content. Here in these examples of Redux, we have all elements of manage data. We have add new data, edit data, see list of data, and only we need delete post or delete comment, and I incorporate that in some of the new video. And after that we have all edit data, delete, update, edit is equal as I update, add new, edit, add new, edit new, and see, select, it is to see list of data, and delete for action we must have on every data. All features is here. In folder features we have subfolders with the names of that subfolders, names of features. Comment post, here is a post. All that is a component, React component, and only post slice. Look at how we write a name with small letters begin and slices with capital letters. It is very, very important how we write our script, because it is one routine, and without that we cannot maintain, update our application, because it would be also spaghetti code. Post list, post slice. Post slice is only one. Every feature there is one slice, and the slice is about Redux. It is about action, and about a reducer. Create slice is function for create slice, create Redux element. Here is Redux element post. What will be post reducer? Here it is, post slice dot reducer. In store it will be post reducer. Post reducer not write with our, but it is product of slice. Slice give us name post reducer. Together connect, slice connect for us this posts and this word reducer, and we know it, and we write here in store posts reducer. Posts slice again. All documents there is a slice, but in front of slice we get description names of features: posts, comments, counter, users. And in that post we have import what we need. We have initial value, because reducer have two input, state and action. State, at first time there is nothing in state, and because of that we have create initial value that we have something for state. Initial value, it is two post, and after that construction of creation of reducer and action. It is object, post slice is object, element, members, field of object, name, properties of the object is name is posts, initial state, object, reducers, and reducers depend about action. Because of that, here is plural reducers. Can be more action, because of that is plural. And reducer depend about action. Action is input in reducer. Because of that, here is a reducer, and here is action creator. When we said action, what is it? There is action creator, and action creator is function what create action type. Action type is input to reducer, and action object is input on the reducer, because action object, there is a type of action type, and action payload. Here it is reducer, state, and action. It is two input, and add. We have reducer, there is post added is action creator, and that action creator is object of this inside curly brackets reducer, state action, and reducer function reducer. There is parameter state and action. It is input to reducer parameter, and in curly brackets of reducer we have state dot push. Push is method of array. State is array. State is array of posts, and new post added. By method push go like one members plus in that array. Writing code like this is mutate state, but we need the immutable kind. This is not immutable kind. This is directly mutate original state. Here is original state, dot push a new payload, a new post, and it is possible for us because of there is a IMER library in background of this, and that IMER library will write immutable script for immutable change of this mutate state. It means that we'll create copy of state and push new payload to that copy. Some field and title, content, and user. Here is a user ID, but we need name of user. We will have name of user by user ID. From select options HTML element, we click on the name, but when we click on the name of user, result will be user ID in background. There is a construction of that HTML element is that we see in drop-down menu, we see name of author of user, and when we click on some name, user ID of that name will go advance in processing. But for our eyes, we will also see name of user, name of author who write that post, and prepare is function would have three parameters. It is three parameters what we must create, type or choose from select element, and in curly brackets we have all others. It means in return we have return, and in return we have all fields. We have ID, it is from function nanoid. Date, it is from object date. Title is from our typing, from parameter. Title from parameter. Content coming here from parameter. User ID coming from parameter. Reactions coming, all that reactions like object, it is one object with reactions, all initial value, with initial value 0, all element, all fields, all properties of that object is value 0, it is a number, and it is all about post edit. Post edit, we declare a reducer function and we declare prepare function. We have here reaction added. Reaction added, we click on the some of that button, and every button is as a calculator in plus, only in plus direction. Reaction added is action creator, but it is if it is here plural reducers, it means post added is a reducer, one, and second reducer is a reaction added. But that name is not only reducers like here, but they are reducers of function. They are also action creator. Action creator. Here, reaction added as a reducer. There is a two parameters, state and action. And in body of function, there is declaration of post ID and reaction, because every reaction must have post ID and reaction. Every reaction is identified by two elements, post ID and concretely reaction. And this construction statement we call the structure assignment. Assignment right side. Right side is action.payload, and left side is post ID and reaction. With that destruction assignment, we have two variables, post ID and reaction, and here we declare we declare a reaction for this post ID, concretely post ID, because it will be a single post. It will be post what we click. Where we click will be known post ID, because in post list, every post list, there is every post there is all elements, and also there is ID. And when we click a reaction, we know what post ID is, and we know reaction what we click. When I said we know, I mean application now. And the declaration of existing posts is a state find post. It is only one. It is only post who satisfy this condition. And this is logic. If existing post exists, if it is one, true, existing dot post reactions in curly brackets, it is kind of scripting syntax for concretely reactions, and concretely reactions will be will be grow for one, and plus plus means grow for one. One click is growing for one that reactions, concretely reactions. Post update is but also here it is also mutate, but it is directly mutate reactions, but we must mutate by immutable kind. And the IMER library behind scene in background will create code for immutable mutate. It means that will create that will copy concretely reactions, and that copy to that copy add one. Post update is reducer, because plural here is a plural reducer. We must see this color, this curly brackets. It is curly brackets is here. No. Here, this curly brackets. You look at how it is important that color is not enough, because here it is same color. but when we click here, we have a square box around, and we go down. Here it is, a box around this curly brackets, and we know that reducers, here it is, reducers is properties of this post slice, and that properties there is object, and in curly brackets we have object post added. Take care, post added there is a prepare, post added there is a reducer and prepare. Click here yellow and find the end of that. Here it is, end of that. Here it is. Here is end. And post added there is a reducer and prepare function. Reducer is a reducer and prepare is prepare function. What add instead of as all elements, all fields that we don't need type. It is ID, it is date, title, content, user ID we choose, will add reactions. We don't take care about reactions, only write this here like this, and below every post will be reactions with the initial value 0. Reaction added, I talk about reaction added, and now is post added. Reducer post update. Reducer there is a state and action. It is input. Here it is input. It is parameter of that function, and in the curly brackets we create again. This is destructored. I always say the destructor, but destructored assignment. Destructured assignment. Destructured assignment. Left side we have 3 variables, title and content, and right side of equation we have action payload. We now have ID, title and content for our use in advanced processing. We must post update. It is about editing, addition of our post. We declare object existing post, state to find, dot find is method of array, state is array, and we find method find function that first post who satisfy this condition will be object what we find, and the find method don't search longer, stop and give us that one post, but we do with the identification number, we do with unique identification. That name of unique identification would be true, real unique identification. That every post there is a unique identification. Now existing post is one post, and find method find always give us object, not array but object, because find always take one post and serve to us as object. Logic, if existing post exists, it will be one. In that case will be processing this. Existing post title is title, and existing post content is content. It is new value after editing, after it is update. And here this curly brackets is end of here it is of this. There is a lot of break parentheses, braces, curly brackets, and we must look at like this. What every pair of curly brackets, we must look like this, and from that we learn what is it. Create slice, we know that is from here it is create slice is function, and the parameter of that create slice is all that in curly brackets, and that function create slice coming from new tools, Redux toolkit. Excellent tools. By by that we can write very less. We can write less code than before. Okay, I want to repeat about naming again, because that toolkit, Redux toolkit, give us possibility that we write syntax like this. What I mean is here name, post, initial state, reducer, and after that reducers is post edit, post edit, but that post edit there is a reducer and there is a prepare function. And we always for reducer we must always create state and action, but write a script what say what to do with payload. What to do with payload. Here is a push, and every here is +1. Here we don't have payload. It is like counter with up by 1. We know value. It is up by 1, and when we know value in advance, we don't need write payload. And here it is reaction +1, but because we have two element reaction and post ID, action payload, we must write action here, and we see what we need. Why we need post ID, because and reaction, because every reaction is a unique identify by two variables, by post ID and concretely reaction, and it is action payload. What happened with the reaction is here, plus plus. It means one up, add only one. And here is reducer post update. But I begin speak about naming, about talking. I said reducer, post update, reducer, reaction added, reducer, because it is here very clear, plural, reducers and post added, reducers. We have three reducers here. But why three reducers? Because we need three action about added. All three action is about added. All three reducers is post added. We need post added, but we need also a reaction added, and we need also post update. It is edit. When we have edit, we post update means remove, means update. Update means update state. Here is also add reaction to our post. Here it is update our post, and every reducers means a different action. Can only in Redux can only go one action, cannot go more parallel action. Go one action, and every one action means reducers, because input is changed, state actions, action is state, and actions is state is original state, and action is payload, and action type. Action type is what to do, and action payload is what is that load. And we can see that slice is a reducer. Name is post s reducer. Here it is. In store it is post s reducer, but inside of that post s, inside of post s, concretely post s reducer, we have three reducer, and when we look at this reducer is object of these 7 reducers, but every of this reducer can have more reducer that coming from slice, can have one or more posts. There is a post reducer, there is a more reducer, again one reducer, there is a more reducer. Every this reducer can have more reducer, and we see that in post, here in post s. Post s is properties of this reducer. It is combined. There is a combined reducer, and combined reducer is combination of these 7, but every one can be combined for other reducers, and this post reducer lead us to post slice. Post slice. Here it is. And here we see reducers, more reducers. 3. Post edit, reaction edit, and post update. It is a post slice, and this part of post slice means export of detection that we can import. Without this we cannot import here where we need import. Of course we need import here. Import, and import. All that slice have input here. It is a post slice. It is post slice, and it is architecture of post slice. I talk about architecture of component React component, and now I talk about architecture of slice. Let's go to other slice, for example, comments. After post we have comments. Comment slice, but here is interesting. Comment slice is here. We have feature comments, and we have slice in that folder comments. But other element, add comments form, is here in add comments form, is in posts. Posts, add comment form, because add comment form goes below post. Below post. And as that place for add comment form is here in posts. Here in folder post we see all component about post. All together about post, comment, add comment post. Also is with users. Posts. User also is without replace, and replace one, replace. There is also replace slice, but form is in post because it is below comments. Below replace is replace one, also replace one slice, but add form replace one is in post. Users, add user forms is here, user list and user slice. Add user form, user list, user slice is separate all together in this, because all of this don't go as we see until now. Users slice, user list. User list, for example, I create here, I created here user list, users. It is add new user form and users list, and of course slice is something is Redux and don't visible here. All visible, all what must be visible is visible here. Slice never visible. Slice is about data, about processing data, not presentation data. But that users go in post by we can look at it. Features posts, add comment, add post form, add post form. Add post form, we look at here, add post form, add new post. Here it is, author coming from here, and now user ID is result of this select element. This is drop down menu or select element, and every name is options, and every name there is ID of author, of user, and when I click on some user, my script, my code know user ID. Here it is, save post, and this we will see in script. Add post form, add post form. Add post form, here it is. Because we have title, content, user, we must have a use state. We must use use state hook for every element. And for every element we must declare the structured assignment. The structured assignment means that left side there is more variables, and right side is some value. Left side is variables, and this after that declaration we have this three pair of variable. Call it variable for now. We know what they do, and when I on author changed, it is moment when I click on author. On author change, set user ID. That field go in memory as set user ID. This is value, and it is value user ID of that concretely user, and that local hook, we use local hook that cooperate with Redux hook, call it like that, Redux React hook dispatch. And on save clicked, we have dispatch and post added. Here it is, we call that, and it would be on slice reducers. And now here it is action creator. Action creator, what have for parameter title, content, and user ID, it is payload. Payload, what will be add to a list, posts list. And in post list, because of that, we will know name. We will know name and present name of author. Dispatch, and after dispatch, set title, nothing, set content, nothing, and user ID and author is by default get to nothing. It is a function of select element. Look at here. Post title, post author, and content. After save post, this got nothing, nothing. Don't go nothing. It is not by default, like I said before. Author Kevin Grant stay here, and I must write set set user ID to nothing. Yes, go after that. It go because select options. It is here. Select options. Look at option. Now I look at. There is no automatically, as I said before. There is no automatically because there is nothing, and there is no impulse. There is no impulse for that. We take options, but there is no reason that it is go to nothing. Must have reason, and a reason to get nothing here is as other element, HTML element, input box. Here it is like input box, like text area, and also select ID. Select ID and the list of users, and look at value. Value would be user ID. When I click on user, value of this element, this select element is a drop-down element here, and value is user ID. And notice value name of author, name of user ID, and we now see that there is no difference between HTML select and other text area and input. Okay, it is add post form. It is analyze how users go in post, and we see that a list of user here it is, list of user. We can have it is presentation on other place. There is no that React element list of users is not in connection with the comments and with the post. That post and add a new user, it is separately featured, but a user from here coming to post by select HTML element, and by creation there a list of in drop down menu, by creation author that list in drop down, and we create it by import. Here it is, import, it is add post form, add post form. We create that by this 3 elements, and here it is, we create it by this HTML author, by this HTML incorporated HTML select HTML, that select HTML. To be consistent, here I'm going to write and user ID and user ID. Okay. Users. Look at the creation of users list by map. Every list is created by map, and array users, we user, and we create here options. Option is HTML element, but parent of option element is select element. Option, and how many users that options. Every user's one options, username. Every username is option, and this is HTML element. And it is other example that HTML element must go inside return, because return is visible part. It can go here in this part of declaration objects, and that users options object coming here, users options, it is and select element, HTML element is parent of option element. Here is manual writing first options, and it is that first options is empty. We want it to be empty, and after that options empty, it is open tag, and it is close tag. Also, users options, when we look at here, they have open option tag and closed option tag. It is here open option tag and the closed option tag. This story begin with the organization, and that posts there is a lot of element because need, but users and the comments, users concretely, there is complete here, add user form, user list, and user slice. But comment, for example, comment form, a comment form go to posts folder, and comment form, and comment slice state only in comments, and also reaction button coming here, but also replies. It is reply slice is as comment to post, as edit post, edit comment, and now we have edit slice. Edit slice is copy of edit comment, is copy of add post. Now look at two comment slice, reply slice, and replies one slice. Same as add comment, add post, create slice. It is comment. It is initial value, two comments for initial value, and initial value, and here is comments initial value, and here is a comment slice. Comment slice create slice function, and here in curly brackets we have here is curly brackets, here is curly brackets. All that is create slice. Name is comments, initial state, reducers plural always, and we have comment, edit, and prepare. All is the same. Action, state action, push will be push, prepare post ID, rating, author, comment, but every comment have comment ID. It is from nano ID. Date, from date, and this from this parameter. All the same, and here is export. Actions, reducer, this word comment slice dot reducers. Comment slice is object, reducer is object, is properties of comment slice, and this name comments and reducer will be in store comments reducer. Comments slice. Here we have only one reducer, comment edit, and he have a function reducer and prepare. It's only that. Also in reply is reply to comment, is like comment to post, and the reply slice will have initial value and name replies, and also reply edit, and reducer and prepare is here. Reply edit, there is a reducer and prepared. Reply edit is one reducer, and here is export what we have. It is architecture, it is all the same. You can copy and change what you need to change. Replies and reply to replies, I call replies 1, and slice of replies is name is replies 1, and also has reducer and prepare. Reducers plural. Reply 1 edit is only one reducers. It will be action creator, in a dispatch method, parameter of dispatch. And here is export. It is replace slice. You can see that replace features, replace one, folders, replace one, replace and comment. There is only slice in that folder, but form, all is in post. Replace one list and add form. Let's go from add comment form, and must be comments list. Add post form, post list, must be post list. And add reply one form must be replies one list. And add reply one form, one list, reply one, reply comments list, edit post form, post author, we must have that element. Post author is inside post author. Look at it. Post author. Take post author. Here is important part of creation of use authors in post. We must create element, import use selector, and that use selector take all users and find all users of that post, but it is user ID, it is only one user. Always find only one user, it is object, and here is a return, here is a presentation, span, HTML element, and this is a statement. Author question mark means if author exists. Write his name, write author.username. Columns means contrary, if author don't exist, write unknown author. It is question mark and columns. It is operator, we call it. Operator question mark and columns. It is something like if-else constructions. If it is true, write this, do this. In contrary, do else. And what means if user ID equal user ID, if didn't find is empty, will be unknown author. We have that for initial value, but maybe later I correct and add initial value in posts, in initial post. Here it is element. That element go to post author. Where must go post author? Post author must go in posts list, because this is presentation. Below every post we must see post author, a list of posts, every post there is an author. And let's go to see post list. Here it is, post author. Post author, time ago, reactions button, and link for single post, to see single post, a view post. And we remember, if you remember, there is excellent example how a React element, here it is, React element. Difference is only in syntax. React element begin with capital letters, name. And here is React element. A React link also, link, React element. Every React element is equal HTML element. HTML element. As in every HTML element can go data. It is also as that data can go to React element. But always data in React element is properties, and the data in HTML, like here, is never properties. It is a value. Concretely, it is post title will be heading 3 HTML element. And here, key. What is key? It is a article is HTML element. What is key? Key is attribute. Attribute. And HTML there is attribute. Attribute equal value. But element, React element, is object. And object have properties. We call that short props. And that props equal value. Here attribute, HTML attribute equal value. Here is properties equal value. And that props like this go inside object post author. Look at back in post author, here it is, here it is declaration of object post author. We declare that equal all this. Pardon. Equal all this. And that post author have parameter equal arrow function, and arrow function there is a parameter user ID, and that user ID go in curly brackets in processing, data processing in curly brackets. But always props go in object by like properties, like parameter of arrow function. Post list again, time ago. Here it is, here is a timestamp props. Look at time ago. Look at here. Props. Here is a parameter. Properties there properties, here parameter of arrow function. Posts list. Reaction buttons. Here is post, properties, post, equal value, object post. It is post list. Yeah, we are in post list. Reaction buttons. Now we find reaction buttons. Reaction buttons. Here it is. Reaction buttons. Reaction buttons is here. Look at properties. There properties. Here parameter. In curly brackets, concretely parameters, concretely value from there. Post list, link. A link is element what coming from a link is here from React router DOM. It is React element. Every React element is object. React look at it as object. And link, there is properties, short prop 2. It is a built-in properties. These properties I writing, I invent, I think about name and I give that name, description name. I can name it X, Y, but rule is give description name, and every of that name I give it. Timestamp post, but that name too I didn't give. It is built in every link. There is a properties too, and we must write that value, what it will be. It is a link. There is we see that there is element with open and close tag, and there is element with self-closed tag. It is self-closed tag. It was reaction buttons. It was link. I say about all, and all that properties received value from parent component. Parent component is a list, posts list. For now, for this video, it's all. If you know somebody that this kind of video need, say them, share it, comment, like, because all of that give me concretely as author energy, more energy for continue create video like this. But also your engagement will help all others who came here and look at this video. Thank you for watching and see you next time.